Well, good morning, beautiful family. We're coming at you live from my home here in Clovis, New Mexico. We are doing our 10 at 10, and today is Friday. I cannot believe the week has flown by so fast, but my plan is on Fridays to talk a little bit about homeschool. Now, if you don't have children in your home, don't tune me out just yet, because I believe this is going to be applicable to everybody. So regardless of whether you have kids at home or not, stay tuned because I think this will bless you. Now, just a little brief history of my life. So, and I know I'm totally going to give away my age, but I graduated from high school in 1994, a long time ago. 1994, I graduated with a degree in teaching. I got my first teaching job. I actually taught at a public school in a very small community close to Clovis, Texaco, and very small community. And that was my first teaching job. I taught there for 6 years. I taught 4th and 5th grade. It was an incredible blessing in my life. But David and I always knew that when it was time to start our family and have children, that I would no longer teach. So I always knew that it was a very seasonal time for me. And so I taught those 6 years, and we had not started our family. I didn't get married until my 2nd year of teaching. And I taught 6 years there, and then God actually opened the door for me to teach at Clovis High School. So I taught English at Clovis High School for 1 year. I taught sophomores and juniors. It was an incredible time, and out of all of that, the beauty of that was I actually had an exchange student from Russia in my English class. Long story short, she actually came to live with David and I and ended up staying with my parents, but she had just an encounter with Jesus. She had a true conversion, salvation, and it was just a blessed time. So I always look back on my teaching at Clovis High School as like a divine assignment. So that beautiful girl, Angelina, and Angelina, I don't know if you're listening, but that is an imprint on our hearts that forever will be. And I believe one day that we'll get to see each other again. So she's there in Russia. But that was a divine assignment during that time now. So I just want to say all that to let you know I had 7 years of public school teaching, blessed time, taught with amazing, godly men and women. And so I have nothing but fond memories of that time. So I am not anti-public school by any means. I know that God has planted godly teachers, godly administrators. I believe that with all my heart. Now, that said, I know that right now all of you are being forced to do school at home. So I had to really ponder what I could say that would help you, because I have to let you know that homeschool is night and day than public school. And the first thing that my first mission as a homeschooling mama was to realize that homeschool is not public school at home. I'm going to say that again. For the homeschooling mamas, homeschool is not public school at home. It is night and day different. And so I have to really come at this at an angle where I know I can actually help those of you that are doing public school at home. I mean, you're not picking your curriculum. They're actually giving you assignments. So one thing I want to encourage you, and I'm just going to share one thing today, is in this place, number one, embrace it. Like, embrace it with great joy. Like, seize the day. This is an incredible opportunity that God has given you, because truly your mission is not just the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. This is a gift of time where you can actually shape your child's heart. And so if you can see this with a different perspective, that it's not, the weightiness of this is not academics. You've been given the gift of time, and so embrace it. like with great joy, an assignment. Like, take it for what it is. And so I just want to share one thing with you today. I want you to think about the atmosphere in your home. Because as homeschool mamas, we know that we're educating the whole child, not just their brain. We're educating, number one, their heart. We are fashioning their heart. We're molding their heart to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. If my children are radically, passionately in love with Jesus, then I've done my job. Like if they know their multiplication facts, they've memorized the periodic table, if they know all their prepositions, if they can write a research paper, if they know American history, but they don't have the character of Jesus or a love for him or a relationship with him, then all of that is not going to profit them anything. So look at this as a time that you are called to fashion their heart. And I want to give you one thing you can do. Number one, embrace it with great joy. Like, this is monumental. Excitement. It is not a dread. It's not a burden. It is a delight and a joy from the perspective of you've been given time. Now, I want you to incorporate some things beyond what public school's given you. I know they've given you the Chromebooks and the assignments and however they've given you the work to do, the academics. I want you to add some spices, some ingredients to that to make it beautiful for you. So I want you to think about the atmosphere in your home because it matters. So I do want to read, wow, and this is going longer than what I thought, but I want to read in the book of Titus, chapter 2. It says, Titus chapter 2, verse 1, it says, speak the things which are proper for sound doctrine. Okay, just stay with me right there. This is sound doctrine. So I'm going to go over to verse 4, and it says that the older women are to admonish the younger women to love their husbands, love their children, be discreet, chaste, homemakers, so that the word of God may not be blasphemed. So sound doctrine is that as women, we are called to be homemakers. Now, it goes way beyond your decorating style. Now, I love decorating. I love, Joanna Gaines and the farmhouse style. I love decorating. But the biblical pattern of homemaking is you are to make your home a habitation, a dwelling place for the presence of God. So it doesn't matter if your pillows match your carpet. If there is no presence, then those things are not going to affect your children. So concerning atmosphere, I'm going to give you one thing that you can do outside of your public school assignments. Now, this is a simple thing. I want you to get a journal for all your kids, a notebook. Okay, now my kids have, fun journals. They're uniquely for them, but I want you to get a journal. And every day, I want you to light a candle and put on some instrumental worship music and have your kids write in their journal. And this is not an English assignment, okay? You're not even actually going to read it. It's personal to them. It's private. All they have to do is put a date, and then they're just going to write whatever is on their heart. They're going to journal. They're going to take what's in their brain, and they're going to process it through the pen, and they're going to write it. Tell your kids, don't worry about spelling. Your younger ones are going to be like, how do you spell this? How do you spell? Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about grammar. You're not grading that. You are just wanting them to find their writing voice, okay? You want them to be able to take what's in their brain, what's in their heart, and express it on paper in an atmosphere of peace and calm and quiet. So we do this part of our homeschool. It's our journaling time. And I light a candle. I put on some instrumental worship. They sit at the table, and I set a timer because they have to know it's just 10 or 15 minutes long. That helps them. They date it. You're not going to read it. It's just for them. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you my family's journaling time. And so I'm going to take you, so the camera's going to be bumpy, but we're going to walk over here because my kids are engaged in their daily journal time, and I just want you to see what it's like. So we're going to walk this direction, and also I want you to notice in my homeschool house, this is a vital part. This is a real basketball goal. Yes, I have to make note of that. That is how we have fun, and yes, we actually play real basketball in homeschool. So walk over here and join us. So notice, now I've got some instrumental worship. I've got candles lit. I've got a timer over there, and they're writing in their journals, okay? So this is one way that you can create atmosphere in your home. You can do this if you have a notebook, a paper, candle, find some worship on your phone. I encourage you, this is a difference maker. Public school is not going to ask you to do this. You're going to have to add this to your day. And if you want to, grab you a journal, a cup of coffee, sit down, write and journal. Again, you're not going to read it. It's not for you to read. It's just for them to express their heart in written form. So, journaling time. That is my homeschool help blessing for you. Incorporate it. Do it. If you have no kids in your home, husbands and wives, do it together. It's a beautiful moment of reflection, meditation, presence. It's all about atmosphere. So I encourage you, be blessed in this homeschool time, and we'll see you on Sunday for our 10 o'clock service. We love you, bless you, be encouraged.